Welcome to Exit Algorithms, the podcast where we decode what it really takes to grow, scale, and plan successful business exits. Today's guest is Chris Champion, an investor, entrepreneur, and AI builder who has invested in over 120 companies and been involved in raising more than $100 million across his career. Chris is the creator behind Champion AI and tools like Champion Introductions, where he uses AI agents and one of the largest databases of transcribed podcasts to automate high quality outreach and bookings on podcasts, helping entrepreneurs put AI to work for them while they sleep. His podcast, Chopping It Up with Chris Champion, has over 20,000 followers on YouTube, and he uses that platform for good, giving listeners useful tips to lead a fulfilling life. Chris, so stoked to have you, man. Welcome to the show.
Oh, that was one of the best intros I've had in a while. I was like soaking it up. I was, fuck yeah, this guy's going to be a great interview.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for this. Did a little, AI.
I thought
AI
I
research.
We're on the podcast. I got that out of the way in the first sentence.
So good. But yeah, I gave a bit about your background, but I'd love to hear in your own words, if you don't mind sharing with the audience, how you got started in business. I did a little AI research. You don't come from a family of wealth, right?
No, my grandmother came to this country at the end of World War II. And, she and mother worked their ass off in Chicago, both of them working 3 jobs. And if I was going to have anything in life, I had to earn it. And at the age of 9 years old, I think I became an entrepreneur. Really, I can pinpoint it down to my when I was 9 years old. All my friends in the neighborhood had a Schwinn bicycle. Now, when you're 9 years old, if you don't have transportation, you're walking. And walking gets really old in the heat of Chicago summer. And look at that Schwinn bicycle. You're the shit. That was it. And I wanted one so bad I could taste it. And my school had a fundraiser with pizzas. And I'm not going to go into the whole detail. I should probably write a book about it. But just to put it in perspective, it was the last time they ever used pizza as a fundraiser. But the one thing that the owner of the pizza place, I think, was Totino's. If you've ever had a Totino's pizza, it's pretty good. Thin crust. Do you like thin crust? I like thin crust. Yeah. And he gave out all these sheets of paper, and then you unfolded them and you opened them up, and they were like these big sheets. But smack dab in the center was a brand new Schwinn bicycle. And if you sold a certain amount of pizzas, you got points that you could redeem for a variety of prizes. Smack dab in the middle was a Schwinn bicycle. All I could think about was, this is my fucking golden ticket. This is how I'm going to get my Schwinn bicycle. I'd been dreaming about that bicycle. I knew exactly when I got that bicycle what I was going to do. I was going to get a long flagpole from the local grocery store, put a flag on the top of it. I was going to get a baseball card and put it in the spokes, and people would hear and see me riding that bike from miles away. Like, that was going to be the Rolls Royce of Schwinn bicycles in my neighborhood. And so literally they gave us like some script, and they said, go door to door and sell these 3 packs of individual sized pizzas, single serve. And there were 3 pizzas, stacked together, and they were about this big. They weren't like, they were very snack size, more than individual. So I went to 10 doors right away when I got home from school, and 10 people in a row they were nice about it, but they're like, fuck off. And after 10 no's, I'm a 9-year-old kid. Nobody's giving me any coaching. I'm sitting there going, this fucking script sucks. Like, I was reading it word for word. I thought some magic was going to come out of these words. And at the 10th one, I said, you fucking suck. So I knew the lady at the next house that I was going to go to. And I just pulled out my Schwinn bicycle, and I just had to motivate myself and look at it. And I went and knocked on her door, and I had it out still. And she came out, nice lady, super nice. I loved her. Super nice. Played with her kids. Super nice lady. She had like 5 kids. I can't remember her name at this moment, but I said, like, Mrs. So-and-so, I got to be honest. I don't have a bicycle, and I am trying to sell these individual pizzas because I want this bike really bad. you got 5 kids. You're going to eat pizza anyhow. And you guys eat pizza all the time. If you can help me help you, I would really appreciate it. You said it like almost the word for word exactly. And she literally grabs my sheet and she put 6. She bought 6 3-packs. And then she gave me the money for all 6. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I went to next door to the next house. And I said the same thing. I said, Mr. So-and-so, I'm trying to get this bicycle. And you eat pizza. I know you eat pizza. If you can help me and buy some of these pizzas, that'd be great. I told the lady next door just bought 6. I showed, and he, oh yeah, he bought 7. He wasn't going to be outdone with her. And that guy didn't have any kids. Like, he lived with his wife. So him and his wife were going to eat like pizza for a week straight. And like literally, I went for 4 square miles in a circle around my house, door to door, apartment building to apartment building. And slowly but surely, I sold enough pizzas that I could get the bikes, put an X over the bike. But there was a brand new basketball, football. They had other prizes on the sides. I said, fuck it, I'm going to get the basketball. X'd out the basketball. The football, X'd out the football. X'd out the baseball. I got a brand new baseball bat. X'd out, I got a badminton. I don't even like that. I got a badminton set with the net, the whole thing's the net and the badminton and everything. So I got that. I got a volleyball set. I got that. I literally checked off and put it on every product that they had. I literally got all the prizes. And I had a stack of fucking bills on me because people were paying me. Well, here's a funny story about that. I'll tell you this. So I go literally the very next day to school, and I give the money to my principal, and I said, okay, I sold it all. She goes, what do you mean? I got all the prizes. She's like, well, we got to turn it into the pizza place. You don't get it that quick. I'm like, how long will it take me to get my... Well, we'll call over, we'll let you know. So she had to call some people because she couldn't believe I sold all these pizzas. And she calls them, and she's like, yeah, we're just verifying that you actually came. And then turns out the pizza. What do you mean he collected the money? Not supposed to collect the money till he gives them the pizza. She's like, well, these guys stack of bills here. Oops. So the guy comes about a week later, and we have like a auditorium where we all get together. He comes out. He's listen, in our entire history doing this promotion, never had anyone sell this many pizzas in our entire life. I got my bike there. He's got my bike. He's got a whole pallet full of toys, volleyball set, the badmintons, all that shit. And he's like, got my bike there. And I can't wait for the guy to just shut the fuck up and just give me my bike. I've been literally dreaming of touching my bike. I'm like, this guy's got his hands all over my bike. And finally, he's done talking. Chris Swan's coming up. I go flying. I was like sitting at the bottom end of the bleachers. I go flying up there. I'm like, he's like, I want to shake your hand. I'm shaking this guy's hand. My hand's inside of his, and he had this big fat Italian hand, just big strong worker hand. And he shakes my hand. And he's super happy. I can't wait to get past him to go to get my bike. And he's like, I just want you to know that it's stuff like this that motivates me as a business owner. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Give me my bike. Let's go. And, but here's the thing. I get my bike and a pallet full of stuff, trying to figure out how I'm going to get it home. Like, my teacher's, well, how are you going to get this home? And I'm like, I don't know. Through 9 years old, lady, what do you think? And the funny thing is, the owner comes back and he's like walking up to me. He's, listen, we're going to do you a favor. Pizza truck is here with all the pizzas. We're going to help you take all your stuff to your house, and the pizza truck is going to follow you as you deliver all the pizza. And I look at him like, what? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Well, you got to deliver the pizzas. I'm like, what? You want me to deliver pizza on a hot summer day because it was like end of May, the end of school promotion. And I go, I got to drop these pizzas off at all those places. He's like, yeah, should be no problem. Now, just to put it in perspective, the most pizzas anybody ever sold was 66 3-packs. I sold 384 3-packs. I got every prize on the sheet. I sold 384 3-packs. This guy wanted me to go door to door delivering frozen pizza at the end of May in Chicago when the temperature was 86 and sweaty.
Yeah.
So I get my bike and I go home and my grandma's, where'd you get the bike from? Grandma, I can't talk. I won it at school. It was a prize for selling pizzas. She goes, Mike, this the fun. And, come on, Grandma, no. She like, gives me a fat kiss on the cheek. And she goes, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, well, Grandma, I got the volleyball set and everything else too. She's like, you're bringing all these stuff in the house. And then she's like, Mike, get this stuff. I'm like, Grandma, I gotta go. And literally, I go door to door. It's like, they let us out early. So it's like 1:00 in the afternoon. Well, guess what?
Not nice. Oh,
Most of my neighbors aren't even home. And I got to deliver all these fucking pizzas. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, ring, ring, nobody's home. I left 6 pizzas in the door, open it, shut it a little bit, but they were open a little crack. Did that, kept doing that. Then later around 5:00, people started showing up at home. Hey, here's your pizza, blah, blah, blah. That worked out just fine. I delivered pizzas with that driver going street to street till 11:00 at night. 9-year-old kid. Now, the driver was great. I fucking love that guy. Very next day, I get to school for my gym locker and all my stuff because we're getting ready to go home for the summer. And the principal says, come to the office, come to the office. And I hear it over the loudspeaker. Chris Swan's coming. I'm like, what? Fuck, they got another bike. Maybe I got another bike coming. I'm like, fuck yeah. I go flying down there. From Totino's is in her office screaming his head off. I'm like, fuck. And I'm 9 years old, so I'm like a little kid. I'm just sitting there waiting. She's like, Chris, come in here. And he's sitting there, he's sweating, pissed off a little bit. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, first of all, first words out of my mouth, I'm not giving the bike back. I'm like, the bike is mine. And I don't know what he was pissed off, but I'm like, I'm not giving it back. And she's, what did you do yesterday? I'm like, I delivered all the pizzas with the guy till 11:00 at night. He followed me around. Like, what did you exactly do? I'm thinking to myself, trick question is this? I'm 9 years old. I'm like, I delivered all the pizzas. Did you do something with the pizzas? I didn't eat any of them. She's like, no, did you do something else? I'm like, what are you saying? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, did you leave them in the door? Maybe when nobody was home? I'm like, yeah, so that they can get them when they get them home. She's like, did it occur to you that maybe the pizzas would start, thawing out and city rats would come, and when people came home, there would be rats in their door? I'm like, no. You let a 9-year-old kid deliver pizzas, you think I'm going to think that much through? So it turns out all the pizzas that I left in the door attracted the city rats in Chicago, which, by the way, Chicago rats, hey, they're pretty big. I mean, they're like the size of small cats, or not small cats, small dogs. And so people were coming home, they don't open up their screen door. Big rats all inside the doorway with pizza in their mouth. It was a bad version of Ratatouille. And so the owner starts yelling and screaming. And I look, and they're both yelling and screaming at me. I'm like, I look at both of them like, you made a 9-year-old kid deliver pizzas.
seriously.
And then out of nowhere, I said, why didn't you just give them a coupon for a free pizza that they could get at the store? And all of a sudden, they both look at each other, and they're like, holy fuck, that was a great idea. Well, anyways, teachers, you're done yelling. She goes, Chris, go on. It's okay. It's your fault. And so I left. I grabbed my gym locker and my sweats or my, we had gym outfits for gym. I ran home, and I'm like, I'm not going back to school. I'm going to try and get my bike back. So I told my buddy Doug was on what happened, and he's like, that's fucking hilarious. Me and Doug, we're riding around the neighborhood on our bikes, and I'm like, yeah, shit's fucking hilarious. Long story short, I learned all the skills you need as an entrepreneur back then doing just that. And the main skill that I learned is just be transparent. People think, oh, sales requires like certain techniques to be a great closer and all this shit. And I learned all the scripts in the world suck. But if you're just transparent with people and you have a product that they need, that they literally can use, all you have to do is be transparent. The people that want to buy will buy. People that don't want to buy won't buy. And the people that like you will buy even if they don't want to buy. And so be likable and be transparent. And those are the things that I've made my life on.
Yeah. 100%. Wow. Yeah. I mean, and it shows you have a knack for that. Like you figured it out pretty quick. But it even takes persistence past 10 no's. Most kids would be like, oh, nah.
Fuck this shit. I'm never going to buy.
Yeah. Okay. So from selling pizzas, did you have any other entrepreneurial ventures?
Oh yeah. Like after that, I tried everything. Like I'm not kidding. baseball cards. I went through the neighborhood, turning back in bottles for a nickel a piece. Yeah, there was not a venture that I wouldn't try growing up as a kid. And I think that kind of snowballed into me investing in book companies. I started realizing that you had to own something of value to become rich. Nobody ever got rich working for somebody else and getting paid 9 to 5. Well, there is that company NVIDIA, but that's a whole different ballgame. I think
Yeah, that small company.
I want to say like his top 100 guys are all like multimillionaires.
Crazy. So, okay, so you really got started in really with investing. How did you get your money to invest?
I'll be honest,
Initially.
in the early stages of my life, I risked it all, a couple of ventures, and some of them failed. Like I literally was homeless at one point.
Mm.
But here's the crazy thing. I also learned that if you weren't all in, if you didn't really put yourself at stake, at risk, if you weren't all into an investment, you probably shouldn't invest in it, especially if it's a startup company. You got to get all in. And the people that are investing with you have to be all in, because it takes that kind of fucking mentality, that mindset, for the company to survive and grow. See, startup companies are inherently designed to die in the early stages. Most startups die in the first 3 to 6 months because people quit and give up, blah, blah, blah. But if you can get past that early death phase and get past that, you've got a shot to build something beautiful, as long as your business solves a real problem.
Got it. Yeah. So you focus a lot on who's the team, who's the founder.
Oh yeah. I literally only invest in people. People always say, well, you invest in companies. I'm like, nope, invest in people. I learned over failure after failure after failure that the companies that succeeded, the projects that succeeded, only succeeded because of the people involved. And it wasn't just one. You can't invest and hope that somebody along the way is going to be your Elon Musk. Because as great as Elon is, he's got people at SpaceX and X and all his companies that are some of the best of the Tesla. They're great leaders and they're great engineers. He literally gets the best of the best of the best to work with, and then he pushes them to be their best. So yeah, you got to have great people, great persons or person and company. And that to me is what I look for. I tell anyone, if you're going to invest in a startup, look at the people involved. If they seem like they have greatness inside of them, they seem like they're great people, if they seem like there's something great about them, throw your money at it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's huge.
I mean, money's just fake paper anyhow. I mean, you throw some money in a company, if it fails, just go make some more.
Yeah. You can always get it back. Get back time.
Well, you can't get it per se back, but you can always make more. I always tell people, money is like making a pizza. You need a little dough, you need a little flour, you need a little egg, you need a little tomato sauce, you need some sausage, some vegetable, you need an oven. Then you make a pizza. Well, all those ingredients make a pizza, and then you got to sell the pizza. Some people sell a pizza for dirt cheap. This pizza is $6. This pizza is $40. Well, guess what? You got to make a pizza to sell the pizza. And then once you make the pizza, you now have a business. You can sell the pizza. That's what every business in life is all about. And if you throw money at something and it loses money, just make another pizza. Make some more money.
Yeah, get back up.
Holy fuck, this interview's the word pizza all over it. Yeah, pizza all over it. People are going to watch this going, fuck, I can learn how to make a pizza. And they're going to this guy's not talking about how to make a pizza.
So yeah, so we'll fast forward a few years. Your pizza that you made is your AI business. Is that correct?
Year and a half ago, I got super enamored with AI. And we built AI agent platform that gets people interviewed on podcasts. And now we're building other AI agent platforms. One is called a companion, where it literally sits on your phone and does whatever, schedules a meeting, sends a text, attaches an email, all kinds of stuff. And literally, I tell people in 2026, you will not have to use these thumbs.
2026.
In 2026, we're going to launch a Champion AI companion, and it's a mobile app that'll sit on your phone, and it'll do everything for you. It'll schedule your meetings. It'll manage your calendar. It'll send out text messages. It'll send attachments to the text message. It'll send a photo with the text message. It'll be literally your companion. It'll literally be like walking around with a digital assistant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, right now for the vast majority of people, it's you still have to do the inputs, almost all of it.
Well, here's the thing I tell people. In 2026, every business will have an AI agent in some form working for their business, or they will be left behind by those who do. In 2026, every business will have an AI agent working for them, or they will be absolutely fucked by everyone else. Because those companies that do will scale like this, and those companies that don't will scale like this.
Yeah. It makes sense. Wow, that's the first I'm hearing 2026. It's right here. It's literally in 2 days.
Well, my friend has an AI product that answers your phone system, and it manages all your
Yeah.
calls. And I tell people, if you've got a pizza place, this thing literally talks to people, takes a pizza order if it needs to, and it answers a jillion other questions, and it gets smarter over time. Well, there's not a pizza place in the world that won't use that AI tool. That AI tool alone is a great agent, and that's an agent. That's an AI agent that's working for. You don't have somebody answering your phone. You got an agent working for you.
For sure. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Everything in this conversation comes all the way back to pizza.
It's a good thing.
The secret to success is pizza.
If I don't have pizza once a week, something is wrong.
Well, by the way, a chance, go to the grocery store, grab yourself a box of Geno's East pizza. I don't care which flavor you get, meat, it's whatever. They make their pizza, their cornbread crust.
Geno's Tea?
Geno's East.
Geno's East. Okay.
It is a Chicago establishment. Great pizza. If you ever get a chance to go to Chicago and get the actual fresh pizza at the restaurant, hands down, by far and away the best.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Guys, Geno's East, hook a brother up.
Yeah, you should have affiliate link.
Just send me a pizza. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I interviewed a group that they have an AI agent that is for like home services. And it does exactly that. It takes calls 24 hours a day. Yeah. So yeah, it's here. It is here. I just so in your opinion, what are the things that are first to go? So there's calls, there's booking appointments. What other things will AI agents completely take from people manually doing?
There's nothing that an AI agent couldn't do better than a human being right now, and more efficiently and cost. There's literally your accounting, your pay. I have AI agents that send out my invoices every month.
Wow.
It's crazy.
There's never any mistakes.
If there's a mistake, it's because it got the wrong data.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the AI gets the right data, it's pretty much infallible.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. It's about the inputs.
Right. It's literally about the core data.
It's fun on a practical level. I mean, I'm in AI pretty much all day. I have the Comet web browser. I don't know if you're on that. Perplexity made a web browser called Comet. It's
Comment, COMMENT.
Comet.
Oh, like Comet. Okay. Yeah. I haven't used that yet, but I don't use web browsing that much.
Really? What do you use?
I use like Google if I have to find something, but most of my day I'll do 7 podcasts today. So
I'm working.
I'm literally doing podcasts all day. And yesterday I was in studio doing 6 hours of podcasting.
Gotcha. And I was just going to say
live stream podcasts from the Super Bowl this year. So yeah, I mean,
That's incredible. Yeah, looking out for that. Yeah, all I was gonna say was like you can have, since it's really dependent on the inputs, like the quality of your input is the quality of the output. You can just have AI give you the input. Is what I'm doing a lot. It's like, let's say I need to generate an image, for example. I have a very vague idea of what I want. I'll just tell it to give me an input to generate the image based off of the idea. So it'll give you like a full paragraph of stuff. You just copy, make a new chat, and then you paste into it. And then the image comes out perfect.
Interesting.
So it's that's something I do a lot now. Little tidbit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, AI is literally a game changer in 2026 for businesses that embrace it.
Yeah. And so one of your proponents is getting on people getting on podcasts. I would love to hear your thought process around that and personal brand for business owners.
So in the last year, I've done about 269 podcast interviews, and obviously with the help of AI. And at the end of the day, I'm now speaking and doing live streams from the Super Bowl party the day before the Super Bowl. I'm speaking at an event in Orlando called PodFest, which is 2,000 podcasters from all over the world. I'm speaking at Wall Street Bets, an event in Miami, with a group of 8 million investors from Wall Street Bets, which is a Reddit community. At the end of the day, the more I get my face out there on podcasts, the more that people hear me talk. There's going to be a large audience of people that see those podcasts and then literally get a chance to know me. And once people get a chance to know you, your deal flow comes in at a rapid pace. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This morning alone, I got requests to do interviews with people that are off the hook. I'm talking amazing interviews. And at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, how are these people ever going to find out about you in life? Unless you do podcasts. If you look in 2024, Trump did 150 podcast interviews. Kamala,
Yes.
she did 3. And for the first time in 50 years, the Republican candidate won the popular vote. Well, guess what? It was because people got a chance to listen to him talk for 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever. And they got a chance to like him. And that's what people need to do in life is, somebody's going to watch this interview. They're going to hear my pizza story. They're going to hear my, my views on AI. They're going to reach out to me. They're going to say, hey, I saw your interview. I was looking for a recipe for pizza, but I found out about you. Well, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to do something with you. I'd like to have you do something to help my company use AI and get AI agents to work for me.
Yeah.
And if all I do is get one person who reaches out to me for every podcast I did in 2025 and just in 2026, it's 268 new pieces of deal flow come to me. Not that I had to go get to come to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to probably do 400 plus interviews in 2026 alone. And at the end of the day, the more times you do a podcast interview, it stays up there on YouTube and all the other platforms forever. Those clips get out there. And the more clips that people see of you, the more credibility you get. Because people are like, holy shit, Chris is getting interviewed by all these people. He must be onto something big. He must be a fucking bald genius. He's the other bald podcaster. Joe Rogan, he's Joe Rogan Light.
Can lie. Gotcha. Yeah.
Guy Joe, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, Joe, if you're listening to this, shout out.
Joe, with some pizza. I think you're down by Austin. Let's go find some pizza and chop it up. I mean, if I don't come out with a line of pizza after this podcast, I'll be shocked.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong. If I don't get a call from Geno's East after this podcast, I'll be shocked.
Yeah. I was looking at, and you talk about AI native business models. Could you explain what that is for listeners?
When you say AI native business models, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you could elaborate on that. So like businesses that are not just using AI after the fact, but like from the get-go are AI agents basically run the business from the beginning.
So I know there's a lot of people that think AI can run a whole business, and I think there's probably some that it can. But I think
Mhm.
you got to get AI agents to work for you that ultimately lead your business to more revenue. Now, can they do the whole thing? Sure, there's probably some businesses that can. But most AI agents are designed to take the things that suck up your time. And if you can give that to an AI agent, you can use your time for other things. Play with your dogs, play with your kids, do podcast interviews. I have so much time to do podcast interviews because while I'm talking to you, my AI agents around me are doing work.
Yeah.
If I could
Okay.
just get an AI agent to shave my head every day, that's
Make your pizza.
by the way, shout out to Optimus Robots. I'm getting one in March, and my buddy's got one, and they're literally the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like
What
little,
is that?
it's the robot that Elon Musk has built, and you'll be able to buy one pretty soon. And it'll, hey, robot, clean the house, vacuum, do laundry, walk my dogs, paint the garage, whatever. I mean, literally, it's like having a robot that'll be at your beck and call.
Yeah, like iRobot.
Exactly. I mean, it's kind of weird, but the Elon Musk robots look like iRobot, and they say that movies imitate or science fiction ultimately becomes science fiction,
Right.
and it's ironic. But yeah, I look at that robot and I think to myself, okay, what could go wrong?
Yeah, like the book 1982, right? That's a good
Yeah,
example to point to.
and there's a lot of things happening these days that are interesting.
For
But
sure.
if I can get that guy to do my laundry, the house, walk my dogs, worth every penny of the 35 grand.
Yeah, saves you time. You really think it's like 2026 that's gonna happen?
It's going to happen like in 3 months. He'll be in my house here cleaning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, because I looked into actually after our
I
last
might buy it a
conversation.
wig and just call it a she instead of a he because it's going to be a little awkward. Yeah, what's your robot's name? It's John. John, clean the house. Make sure you get the toilets. Kind of want it to be like, Betty, sweetheart, sunshine. Go take the dogs for a walk. Can't say that word right now because they're all around me. Say that word, we're gonna have issues. They'll be barking and excitement all over the place.
Yeah, I can't have that.
No,
I didn't realize it's that soon though. Because like I did a little bit of digging after.
go look up Optimus robots.
It's like a prototype.
I mean, you could call it a prototype, but what it does, I think it's pretty much the real deal.
Man, that is exciting. Wow.
It's insane. Yeah, it's more than exciting. And for me, I travel a lot. So if I could literally get something, a robot, I mean, it was either going to get a robot, get a maid, or get a wife. And I chose the robot.
Yeah. So
Now I hear he chose the wife.
yes, I did.
Bet you my robot outperforms the wife over time. I bet you my robot will never complain about cleaning the toilets
You got a point there.
or doing the laundry.
So have you, and is one of the hundreds of companies they invested in, are they tech companies, most of them?
Most of them are tech, yeah. It's 90%. My background is in tech. I know tech very well. Tech scales very well. I think tech is the place to be if you put your money in capital.
Sure. Yeah. And you talk about Bitcoin a lot as like, it's kind of an asymmetric bet. Do you think there's a balance there for business owners that might be a little capital restrained and they're thinking about, oh man, I have to pay bills. I gotta save up money for capital expenditures to expand. Is there how would you recommend business owners find balance there?
I don't know about business owners, but a lot of companies are using Bitcoin on their balance sheet because they look at it as a better store of value than the dollar. And let's be honest, if I'm buying Bitcoin, it's because I believe that our country is run by idiot politicians that are going to constantly print dollars. And that bet is a solid bet. You could look back since 1973, and we've got economic illiterate idiots running this country and printing dollars like it's going within there. And then we got people that are committing straight out money laundering fraud. So they're not all printing the dollars, they're stealing the dollars that they're printing. So if you say to yourself, what could that look like in a couple of more years? I absolutely think that the banking system in America is insolvent. I think the dollar is never going to grow in value. I think it's always going to shrink in value. And then Bitcoin is the best store of value for anybody. If you've got a family or a business, you should have Bitcoin as your store of value on your balance sheet.
Wow. Yeah. That's
it's not a hard bet to make. You're betting on, people like Maxine Waters to keep, making policy to print more dollars. These people are economically illiterate and they're corrupt. So as long as they stay illiterate and corrupt, I think I'm in a good place.
versus Bitcoin, which has a finite amount. It's already 95% mined, right?
Yeah, exactly. It has a finite amount, but here's the thing. It's used mathematically. It has to adhere to the rules of math, not the rules of corrupt politicians.
Yeah.
I'll bet on math before I bet on politicians.
Yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, I would love to hear your opinion on finding kind of a balance with work and life. It seems like, I love that analogy you use of God sitting at the end of your bed.
You saw my Instagram today, then, right?
I didn't see that today, but
I literally said it today. I woke up and I just felt really, I wanted to share my faith today, and I wanted to just tell people, hey, listen, God woke up with me today. God made an appearance today, and he literally told me, I can't wait to see what you do with this day. And at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, I get today. Today I get. Tomorrow's not here yet. Yesterday's gone. I absolutely positively think if you sat there every day and woke up out of bed and there was a guy in a white robe with a long beard and he was eating a bag of popcorn and going, come on, Chris, fuck yeah, let's go. We're going to make today count. I can't wait to see what you do today. If you literally woke up every day and saw that guy at the end of your bed, it would make you literally work harder. It would make you make today count more. You would literally say, you know what? I got today. Today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a day where I literally make today count.
yeah. Yeah. 100%. Imagine waking up every day like that. I think a lot of people, myself included, fall victim to this. Sometimes you're just dragging ass when you wake up. And,
I guarantee you, if God was at the end of your bed this morning, you wouldn't drag ass. You'd be like, yo, whoa, what's up, God? You're like, son, today's going to be a great day. You're going to kick some ass.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's a great mentality and a thought experiment as well. I think that people can find useful. I love that message that you share anyways.
I'm glad. And if it changes your life a little bit for the better, if you just start waking up and saying, maybe the guy Chris was a little crazy, but in some ways, I think God is right there at the end of my bed. I do think he's watching me. I do think he's cheering me. God doesn't watch you in judgment. God watches you like you're a football game. He watches you in an expectation. He can't wait to see what you do with the day he's given you. He gives us free will. He also gives us opportunity. He gives us opportunity one day at a time. And God watches us like we watch football games. He cheers on every one of our small little victories throughout the day. Fuck yeah, Chris. And when something goes wrong, he's the first one that's like, oh man, you got this. Bounce back. And if you literally just could hear God's voice in your head and you could hear his voice cheering you on, I promise you, you would make every single day count.
100%. Yeah. I probably should have saved that for the end because we got deep real quick.
Stop.
But I wanted to, we talked about personal brand, and I think that a lot of business owners in logistics industry, for example, or like services, home services, they find that it's not so easy, or I don't know, maybe even useful in those settings. Would you, how did you recommend a founder in like an industry like that put to use their personal brand?
So think about this for a second. You're in logistics and you're doing a podcast with a guy that has nothing to do with logistics. The only thing I'm going to do with logistics is order some pizza and have it delivered to my house. See, everything comes full circle back to pizza.
Well, the truck guys to deliver it.
That is true. There was a truck guy following me for almost 8 or 9 hours, probably 10. Yeah, it was probably. Anyway, so at the end of the day, you got to say to yourself, my brand is the only thing I really own in life. What my brand stands for is what I decide. I create my brand is me. It has got my stamp of approval. It's got touch on it. If I want to swear and make that part of my brand, heck yeah, that's going to be part of my brand. And guess what? In life, there's going to be about 40% of the people that see you or hear you or meet you, like or love you. Going to be about 20% that are indifferent, don't really care one way or the other. And there's going to be 40% that don't like you, maybe even hate you. Well, guess what? To the 40% that like or love you, show them love. To the 20% that don't like you or are indifferent, show them respect. And to the other 40%, fuck them all. Do not give them 1 second of your life. They will not change your life because they did not make your life. They did not create you. They will not break you. And at the end of the day, you got to be very focused on your brand at all times, because anything else is a waste of your time.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And that's such a good, it's kind of like an 80-20 principle, Pareto principle applied in a different way. I love that.
Well,
I mean,
it might be 80-20, but it's like 40-20-40. People always, they're so, we hate to say this. I got a friend of mine, he's got 3 little girls. And on social media today, girls have it tougher than boys because they're emotional. And if they post something with a new outfit or whatever, they're a little overweight or whatever. They're a little overweight or whatever. There's always one asshole, whoever it is, girl or guy, in their class and not in their class, another school, whatever, some asshole. Hey, you're a fat girl. You got a big nose. Like I go through my comments sometimes on YouTube and I'm like, hey, buddy, I can look inside your ear. That's a huge ear. Hey, did you know you're bald? Hey, buddy, what's wrong with that fucking nose of yours? I always thought to myself, what the fuck is wrong with this? Like, that nose is normal. I'm like, what does he see in my ears? Is there a shit coming out of my ear? And I think to myself, what the fuck am I even giving that guy a second of my life for? He makes no difference in my life. He'll never add value to my life. I spent yesterday in a studio with a girl, and I told her these words exactly. If somebody in your circle is not elevating you in your life, get them the fuck out of your circle. Everyone in my circle lifts me up, pushes me up, elevates me. If you're not elevating me, you're not in my circle. And if I'm not elevating you, do not fucking put me in your circle.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's so true. Everything you just said, but is there any techniques you've used to get past the haters, the internet trolls throughout your rise?
I got a book coming in 2026 called Zero Fucks. And I tell people every single day, do not give your haters any attention whatsoever. Give them 0 fucks, not 1 bit of attention. And trust me, it'll drive them fucking crazy. The people that I give 0 attention to, they go cuckoo. They see me at the Super Bowl. They're the first person to text me. Oh my God, I just saw you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you're so lucky. And that's the other thing to your haters. They'll be the first person to call you up or send you a text saying, God, you're so lucky. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, lucky. Yeah.
That's not luck. That's me getting my fucking ass off the ground and working for it.
Doing 6, 7, 8 podcasts a day. Yeah. That's
and
not.
people are like, oh, that shit's easy. Like, it's not easy because whenever I do a podcast, I tell people this all the time. When you do a podcast, there might be one person in the world that sees that podcast and sees you for the first time ever. That person, you got to give them a show. You got to educate and entertain that person. You got to bring your energy at 100%, 99, 79, 80. Fuck, I'm tired today. I'm only going to give 60% energy. You give that person 100% of yourself. You give them 100% of your energy so they get the best version of you. So they get literally some value and decide, do I want to get to know this guy more? Do I want to follow this guy? Do I want to listen to his shit? And guess what? If you give them 100% and they like you, then bring them into your circle. And if they don't like you, fuck them all.
Swipe left. Yep.
Swipe left, get them the fuck out of here. By the way, to all my haters, fuck off.
Oh, all right. So one question I ask pretty much everyone I interview, but I'm especially curious your take is, where do you see AI and technology going in the next 5-10 years?
I don't think it's even 5 or 10 years. AI is growing at such an exponential pace right now. It's going to be the next 2 years.
And what? Like, it's going to take over or what?
It's absolute. Let me make it super clear to everyone watching this. Right now, today, there is not a task intellectually that AI could not do better than any human being on the planet. Give me the smartest human being on the planet, and they are not as good as AI.
Wow.
Here's the crazy thing. Elon talks about this a lot lately. The robot that I'm buying and getting here in March, he's not going to walk. Well, let's be honest, it's going to be a she. She's not only going to walk my dogs and do my laundry and vacuum my house. If I have a fucking heart attack, she's going to open me up, do open heart surgery, and get me back alive before I get to the hospital.
Open heart surgery?
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't think for a second that's not going to happen.
Okay.
They recently had I want to say it was the Optimus robot do surgery without any doctors involved. And the work that the robot did surgically was better than any doctor had ever done in history.
Wow. So those fine motor skills are where they need to be for operations.
You got to go look up videos of these robots, the Optimus robot, their hands, their movements, their everything. It's mind blowing where they're at today.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, I'm excited. What would you say? What's a practical step they can take to make sure their business is insulated from the AI takeover in business?
I mean, not think you're going to be insulated. You just have to find a way to get AI to work for you. I mean, you literally have to get AI to work for you. It's not a suggestion. It's mandatory.
Hard stop. Yeah. I think a year ago, it might have been, or maybe 2 years ago, like, oh, is AI something I need to implement? But I feel like now it's generally accepted that you have to use it. You have to make it work for you in order to stay competitive.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on time here, Chris. I would love give you the opportunity to share any last one last thing that you could leave with listeners with today.
I think the best thing I can leave everyone with today is this. You're days away from 2026 being right around the corner. Whatever your goals are, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get a 6-pack, which, by the way, just this year I'm getting a 6-pack. I don't know how I'm just going to put the effort in. I'm going to get that fucking 6-pack. However, whatever your goals are in 2026, make one of those goals something where you get AI to work for you. You have to get AI to work for you. I don't care how you do it. If you want to figure out a way to do it for your business and you want to work with my team, that's great. If you don't want to work with my team, find a way to get AI to work for you. Because if you don't, you will be left behind by those who do. That's the only thing I can tell you. And by the way, buy my new book that's coming out called AI or Die.
Oh, that's the title?
AI or Die. AI or Die. Learn how to get AI to work for you.
Love it. Okay, so you're doing 2 books.
I got a couple of books. Zero Fucks coming out. Faith Matters. AI or Die. I'm dropping a lot of knowledge this year.
Exciting. I will absolutely be on the lookout for that.
I think the best of the books coming out is called Faith Matters. And while people think that has a lot to do with God, which it does, 80% of it has to do about having faith in yourself. And I think we inherently have so many people walking around these days that have low self-esteem, and they have to have more faith in themselves. God believes in you here every single day. He thinks you're going to do something great every single day. He made you to be great. The day you were born, God whispered in your ear, greatness is your destiny, my child. I'm 100% sure he said that to me. And his faith in us is right here every day. And our faith in many cases is right here. I mean, if God has this much faith in you, at the very least, just match his faith. At the very least, just match God's faith in you and believe and have faith in yourself. You know, the difference between belief and faith are 2 different things. When you believe you can do something, you think you can do it. When you have faith that you can do something, you know you can do it. You walk on faith. It's a big difference. And that's what I talk about in my book. Faith matters. It's super important.
Absolutely. All right. Yeah, I'll leave the your YouTube handle and everything in the show notes, so it'll be easy for listeners to find you.
Listen, anytime you need anything, anytime you want to chop it up, let's fucking go.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time, Chris. It was an amazing conversation. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Pete.